Okay, I'm gonna stand in position.
No, I did it wrong again. Studio Pro 10.10 is out with a WebXR Beta, Jira integration updates, Snowflake integration for Mendix Connect, and more. Let's dive in. With Mendix Studio Pro, you can build apps that support augmented and virtual reality. And to help you do that, we've released a beta version of the new WebXR module. This module is packed with widgets that you can use in AR and VR applications. It offers a couple of benefits over the native mobile AR module because you can seamlessly add it to your web application and run it on a wide range of augmented reality and virtual reality devices, including the Apple Vision Pro, Oculus Quest, HoloLens, and Google Cardboard. To get started with this module, go to this page in the documentation for a step-by-step guide that explains how to configure WebXR for your app. If you want to learn more about AR and VR capabilities, check out this blog by Takuma Gotchevsky. Moving on to epics. Managing your stories has never been this easy. With support for epics in Studio Pro, you can update your stories as you go without switching apps or tools. You can change the story's status in exactly the same way if you've enabled the Jira connector for your project. Doing so makes the Jira connector fully bidirectional and also marks the general availability of this feature. If you're using Jira for agile planning, now is the perfect time to go to the settings page of your project, enable it, and manage your work directly from Studio Pro. Check it out and let us know what you think. On to Mendix Connect. You can now bring your Snowflake data into Mendix and trigger stored procedures and even AI and machine learning workloads, and then write them back into Snowflake. Snowflake support is currently in beta as part of the external database connector, so you can develop, test, and use your integrations in Studio Pro. When you connect to Snowflake, you get the same capabilities as other databases: select, insert, update, delete, and execution of stored procedures. You can develop and test these in Studio Pro. The entities you need to contain the data in Mendix will automatically be generated based on your queries. We've also published a platform-supported REST SQL connector to the marketplace with support for Mendix 9.24 LTS and key pair authentication. To find out which connector best suits your needs, go to the Snowflake modules page in the documentation for advice. Let's talk governance. Complying with governance policies and organizational guidelines are crucial to your app, your project, and your customers. Being able to translate these policies into the platform to ensure that compliance is now possible with the new Marketplace Curation feature. Company admins can now specify criteria for selected public marketplace components to be recommended based on your organization's governance policies. This means that developers in your company will have clear guidance on recommended content that they can use. They can see which items are recommended by the recommended label in the marketplace. The centralized curation lets Mendix admins translate offline policies and guidelines to an in-platform experience, improving communication and adding time-saving processes between developers and admins. You can use this feature right now by going to your control center and clicking Marketplace Curation. From there, company admins can specify the criteria for recommended content and assign or remove labels manually. For a complete explanation of the possibilities, visit the Marketplace Curation page at this link. Moving on to the topic of every conversation, AI. Using your data in your AI-based conversational UI is now super easy with the combination of the power of ChatGPT with live data in your app to let it answer questions like, what's the status of ticket X, or are tickets 1 and 3 potential duplicates? In the latest OpenAI connector, you can select microflows that can provide ChatGPT with additional information it needs to know to answer questions like this and complete the prompt. Check out the OpenAI Showcase app in the marketplace to get started today. And now we'll round up with some developer delighters. The Combo Box widget now supports static values as a data source. This makes it a lot more powerful because you can use it to show a fixed subset of enumerations to choose from, or simply create a list of possible options for a field without having to define an enumeration in the database first. It is even possible to set custom content for each item to give you full flexibility over how you want to show the options. Managing feedback with App Insights just got a whole lot easier with the introduction of bulk actions and priority settings. Starting now, users can edit feedback in their inbox in bulk, so they can take actions on multiple feedback items at the same time. On top of that, The new priority field lets users assign the importance level of incoming feedback items so that critical issues are addressed promptly. We've also released an update to the Feedback API, version 2. This version changes the API from a SOAP API to a REST API. This means you can use it to use your collected feedback in another system or tool if you want to. The move to a REST API also comes with improved performance. As part of this update, version 1 will be deprecated as of September 20th this year. We encourage everyone to transition to the new API to enjoy the full benefits of the App Insights platform. As you can see, this release is packed with new features, improvements, and fixes. And this is not even half of it. Check out the release blog on mendix.com/blog for a deep dive into everything that's new in this release. Download Studio Pro 10.10 at marketplace.mendix.com to use all these new features right now. If you like these videos and want to see more, follow me on LinkedIn and subscribe to the blog and our YouTube channel to get notified on new releases. I'm Jan de Vries, your low-code host, and I'll see you in the next video.